We've been told that our dream body is made simply from clean eating. If you know of Dave Ramsey, he always said like cash is king. So this is just a little play on words with that. Nutrition is king and fad diets are super lame. If you guys can type in the chat, what's one thing that you've tried within the last year to be healthier, to eat healthier? Most people, they'll say keto, they'll maybe try organic everything, they'll try low carb, they'll try juice cleanses, they'll try all of these things trying to feel more toned, feel healthier, feel better about themselves. So as those roll in, as other people start coming in, I'm going to be real with you. Most of what we think is healthy eating is actually just a bunch of complicated nonsense. And I say that with a whole bunch of love. The problem is that we've been told that our dream body is made simply from clean eating, going gluten-free, cutting out sugar, buying organic, detoxing, fasting, and following someone else's perfect grocery haul. But that's the problem. We're being told that everything is important and no one's showing you what actually matters. Today, I'm going to be giving it to you straight. This isn't a fad. This is science-backed truth about how your body actually transforms. So here's the framework that I coach with. It is calories, macros, meal timing, food composition, hydration, and supplementation. But this is huge. Typically, people see it as, okay, these are pillars. So they're all equal, right? No, they're not. But we've been trained to, especially in today's day and age, put all of our energy into food quality, organic, grass-fed, clean eating, everything. But that's actually the least impactful pillar when it comes to fat loss or building muscle. So I'm going to walk you through each pillar, break it down simply, and show you how to stop wasting time on the stuff that barely moves the needle. So we are going to jump into calories. So the first wealth is health. Calorie balance is the most important factor in optimizing your physique. Depending on your goal, you'll want to manipulate your calories in 3 ways. If you are eating more calories than your body needs, you will not lose body fat. It doesn't matter if it's organic, it doesn't matter if it's grass-fed, it doesn't matter if it's dairy-free, if it's gluten-free, if it's sugar-free, if it's air-fried or deep-fried. Doesn't matter. You have caught yourself saying, but I eat so clean, why am I not losing any weight? Your body only cares about energy balance. If you're in a deficit, you're going to lose fat. If you're in a surplus, you're going to gain weight. If you're in a maintenance, you'll maintain the same weight. It's math, it's science, it works. This one pillar alone makes up 50% of your physique results. Master this and your body will start moving in the right direction. Let's jump into macros. This is how you spend your calories. So calories being like the umbrella branch, and macros is everything that makes up these calories. Here's why they matter. Not all calories are equal when it comes to how your body uses them. So protein is muscle repair, recovery, feeling full. Carbs, energy, performance, mood. Fats, hormones, brain health, joint supports. If you're eating the right amount of calories but barely hitting your protein, you're going to feel soft, tired, and stuck all the time. Nailing your macros is what makes the difference between just looking smaller and looking stronger, feeling stronger, having more energy throughout the day. So that brings me into meal timing. Now, I'm not here to tell you to eat at 7:36 in the morning or to fast for 18 hours. This is not what this is. Meal timing is just about being consistent with when you eat so your energy stays steady and your cravings don't hijack the entire day. Let's pull the room really quick. How many meals are you currently eating right now? So you can drop it in the chat. You can drop 2, 3, 6, and maybe a night of regret, or just be honest with how many you're eating right now to get you through the day. So when you eat more evenly throughout the day, especially if you're trying to lose a little bit of body fat, it helps control the hunger and keeps your metabolism running smooth throughout the day. That's it. No gimmicks, just structure throughout the entire day. Where most of us are spending all of our time, and that's food quality. Organic, non-GMO, low toxic. It's a really hot topic, especially right now in today's world. And while it's not wrong, it's also not the solution that you think it is. Now, let me be clear. We want you to eat real whole foods. Micronutrients matter for energy, immunity, longevity, but when it comes to actually changing your body, changing your physique, this pillar only makes up 5%. 5% out of the 90% that we have currently covered. I have DM conversations with so many ladies and they go, but I'm eating clean. Why am I not losing weight? I'm like, because you're focused on a needle in a haystack. You're focused on the 5%. Get that after you've tackled everything else. Start with calories. Don't even look at macros. Don't get overwhelmed by that. Start with calories. Once you can nail your calories, get them in check, be within what you need to either lose weight, maintain your weight, gain weight, whatever calories you need, then, okay, let's add one thing to it. Let's add protein. Try to reach this certain protein goal throughout. Okay, you mastered that for 2 weeks. You're hitting your calories and you're nailing your protein goals. Awesome. Let's move into the next thing. Let's add either carbs or fats. Let's try to get them where we want them for what your goals are. And then meal timing. Hey, let's make sure that we're eating around our workouts so we're fueling the workouts. We're not just trying to break a sweat. We're not just trying to just lift to lift. No, we're trying to lift for a purpose. We're trying to lift for our goals that we have. So let's make sure that we're fueling for our lifts. Once you tackle those 3 things, calories first, and then you break down each individual macro, hit your protein first, and then let the other 2 match where they need to, still within that calorie confines. Add on meal timing. You master those 3 things. That's 50 plus 30 plus 10. That's already 90% of your results. 90 within those 3 things. Don't try to tackle them all at the exact same time. Start with calories, then 1 macro at a time, then add in meal timing. Then you have 90% of your results. And then that's when you start to add this food composition aspect. Okay, yeah, we want to make sure that we are fueling our bodies right. We want to make sure that we are taking the best care of our bodies. We want to make sure we're not putting crap inside of it. We want to make sure that we actually feel best. I'm going on a side tangent. There's a famous YouTuber right now that has gone super viral. He's gone super viral because he's a bodybuilder. And bodybuilders have, like, most people think of bodybuilders and they think chicken and rice. They think completely whole foods. He's like, no, I am getting ready on prep while eating McDonald's every single day. But he made sure that he prioritized his calories. He's always within his calories. He made sure he prioritized his macros and his meal timing. So he's like, you don't need that 10%. Like, don't hyper focus on this 10% that everyone's hyper focusing on right now, because that's not going to get you the body transformation that you're after. Focus on the 90%. Okay, is he going to feel like $1,000,000 eating McDonald's, Dunkin' Donuts, Krispy Kreme? He's getting his calories, his macros, his meal timing, like all of it's intact. So he's getting the physique results. But is his body going to be operating well in the future if he continues on this diet? No, it's not. It's not going to be feeling so hot. He may look fine, but on the inside, he's not going to feel fine. So that's where we have to understand the big difference is that the physique results, if we want to tone up, if we want to lose a little bit of body fat, if we want to build a little bit of muscle, we have to take into account calories, macros, meal timing. The other stuff, that'll come afterwards. I start my meal planners on a diet that fits their current lifestyle. I have a client that she told me, Do you know those, it's like the chow mains? They're like little Asian things. You put water in it, you heat it up in the microwave, and it's like you have Asian noodles. She's like, I eat this every single day. And I'm like, great, it's gonna be in your meal plan for the first couple of weeks. Because guess what? Priority, it's getting her calories where they need to be. I'm not going to uproot her entire lifestyle first, make it impossible for her to stick to the plan. No, like, let's meet you where you're at. Let's make sure that we're reaching the amount of calories you need to reach, and then putting the macros in order while just adding a couple things into your diet that's not going to completely overwhelm you and be like, I am not eating chicken and rice every single day. Like, a lot of people can't do that, and I don't even do that. I'll eat pasta, I'll eat tacos, I'll eat burgers and pizza. Like, so we have to meet you where you're at when you come on. It's not some cookie cutter program. It's like, no, what do you like to eat? Oh, you love Asian food? Awesome. You can either send me some of your own recipes that you use. I may tweak it a little bit to make it a little healthier, or just, well, maybe just take it exactly as it is and just add some protein to it. Because that's the macro that most people completely overlook. They just do not reach the protein goal that they should be if they're trying to build muscle or lose weight. Try to meet you where you're at, and then let's make the lifestyle adjustments as we're going. Because look at the back of one of those things. Does it sound like a science experiment? Possibly. It does. Side tangent. Marking foods as good foods or bad foods, it's a very dangerous place to be in. It's like saying you shouldn't eat any carbs. Every single one of my girls has carbs every day. Some less than others. Some have diabetes. Some have different medical situations where we have to adjust their diet. One of my girls has anemia, so we have to give her a diet that fits not only her lifestyle, not only her physique goals, but also her medical goals. She has to eat a certain amount of beef in her diet so that her level doesn't feel too low and that she feels really groggy and tired all the time. We have to find out all of the pieces of the puzzle, and it's very difficult to do that if you just try to say, like, I can't eat any carbs, I'm not eating any fats, and you cut whole food groups rather than focusing on, okay, calories, macros, meal timing, and then we're going to add in the food composition, micronutrients. We want to make sure that you're eating enough, getting enough vitamins and minerals from natural foods. We want that. But are we going to hyper focus on that and make that absolutely like every single bit? Are we going to say, like, if you buy anything that's prepackaged, it's garbage? No. We find out what works with your lifestyle and then move from there. When it comes to changing your body, this pillar only makes up 5%, which is just crazy. So many people hyper focus on this 5%, thinking that this will get them the results. It won't. Food quality is like skincare. It enhances the results when the foundation is already solid, but it doesn't do the heavy lifting for you. Organic cookies are still cookies. So let's jump into the last one, hydration and supplements. So this is water and supplements. Drop your average daily water intake in the chat. Be honest, no judgment. There are some days that I do really, really well. There are some days that Steven will look at me and be like, hey, Nicole, how much water have you drank? And I'm like, I've had coffee. Awesome. So hydration matters. Your body needs it to digest food better, support your workouts, and just keep everything running smoothly. But let's talk about supplements. Creatine, vitamins, greens, all that. So here's the rule. Supplements are for convenience, not compensation. They are tools, not magic, not mandatory. Can they help? Absolutely. Do you need a drawer full of them? Absolutely not. Focus on the whole foods, fill in the gaps with other things. So if you can get calories, macros, meal timing, and then you're low in a certain vitamin or mineral, okay, let's add some greens that are high in that vitamin or mineral into your diet. Oh, it still won't be enough, even if you're eating it multiple times a week? Okay, maybe touch a supplement on top of that. Let's break it down. One more time. Calories, 50%. Macros, 30%. Meal timing, 10%. Food comp, 5%. Supplements, 5%. So this is what it actually looks like. Too many people will hyper-focus on this category or this category. They have no clue how many calories they're actually eating in a day. They have no clue what macros are, what they do for you. They'll cut whole food groups. Most people don't even think about this category. This one just doesn't exist, just into the sea of forgetfulness. This is not about a fad. This is not about a diet. This is your nutrition roadmap. It's a system that works, and it keeps working day after day. When you build a routine on this, you stop bouncing between trends, and you finally start seeing results that actually stick. So in the chat, drop your biggest takeaway. What hit the hardest for you? So let me ask you something else. Where have you been putting most of your energy? Because it should be on calories. It's 50%. That needs to be the foundation. That needs to be the first thing. Once the calories are intact, once the calories are in check, yes, protein, getting your macros in order, absolutely. But like I said, most women, most people nowadays, they hyper focus on food quality. Oh, I'm eating clean, I'm eating organic. Oh, I'm taking all these supplements. But if your calories and your macros aren't dialed in, you're not going to get your physique results that you're looking for. You can eat McDonald's, Krispy Kreme, Dunkin' Donuts, Starbucks every single day and still reach your physique goals if your calories are intact. If your macros are intact, even better. Even better. So that's the shift we're making from obsessing over clean eating to actually building a body that you love. And if you're ready to apply this, if you want a plan built on these 5 pillars that is customized for you, customized for your lifestyle, customized for your taste buds, your dietary needs, after this Zoom, just DM me the word nourish and we'll get a conversation started. We'll get a plan that's science-based, simple to follow, and actually works for you and your goals. That is all I have today. Thank you guys for showing up, and let's go build some bodies that thrive and don't just simply survive.